EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New England Patriots. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway in Foxborough. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To the air, May. And this one incomplete. It's contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Brings up 3rd down and the 11. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's May. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now Shuck. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think see Morgan trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Thornton, the motion man right. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Shuck. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. The run straight ahead with Jeanty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Jeanty with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they go play action with May. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yep, 45, here you go. Crazy.
Throwing here is May. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Right back to Jeanty on 1st down. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kick kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, now the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They run once more with Henderson. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Crazy. Yes, sir. Hey, what's up?
To throw, it's May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back, even if it's just one throw.
That's good for 28 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. We're going to throw. May. He finds Douglas complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. There's some space here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
They'll throw with May. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Chuck now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Shuck. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Henderson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. He'll look to throw. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Lonnie Johnson picks it. Down to the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0.
Actual score, Raiders 21, Patriots nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. Watch do it.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll look to throw down on 1st down. They'll find Williams on the slant. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today. And that's where you're counting on the receiver size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go at the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt it in, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Genty. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second and 6. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go. Here's Genty. And he's not going to get in. They'll stop him at the 1. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Patriots get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. He's got his target. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a 2nd and 2. Throwing, Shuck. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right to the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Now a 2nd and 10. Thornton, the motion man right. Here's Shuck. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Robert Spillane. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And the Raiders first down.
Working out of the gun here, Shock. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get that complete to Albert O. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle, it's Genty. And some room to maneuver. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 165 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. To throw now, Shock. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Rookie cornerback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The throw, here's Shock. He'll drop this underneath for Genty. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Given up 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. Jeanty is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on second down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on third down?
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
And goal.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the Patriots get the football back. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And his throw is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Henderson running straight ahead. And he'll find a little space. He gets this out near the 10. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's May. That is caught. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
To the air, May. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This complete to Pope. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there for New England. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Throwing here is May. And that's going to be caught. Patriot touchdown. Trevion Henderson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Patriots go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. The extra point now for Borregales. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Next to score, Raiders 24, Patriots 17.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 10. Now Shuck. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, and their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Officially, they'll call that a 9-yard pickup there. And it leaves them in a good spot here. 2nd down and inches upcoming.
In 2nd and inches at the 33-yard line.
Once more, Gibson.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners with great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A quick throw there out to Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun again to Henderson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Looking to throw. May. And now here's another interception. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Completes this one to Thornton. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. So a nice throw there, and CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
Shuck now to throw. Flush to his right. That's complete yet again to Fulton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we see in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Genty. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Run out of the gun with Genty. And he went backwards. They'll be down at the 30. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
A 47-yard.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the sideline and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. They'll run with Genty. That's a run to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 181 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Genty. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A run. It's Genty. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got to get it.
And he's going to have a later 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here. 9 yards that time. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, Genty. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Las Vegas, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.